So basically, a lot of people from my past have been hitting me up. Basically, that's pretty much it. That's my story that I'm gonna talk about today. And yeah, so I had this problem, not problem per se, but it's just like I had this experience where majority of people from my past are hitting me up because, I leveled up. Like, seriously, I leveled up. And the fact that I post on social media, it kind of gives a flawed way of thinking because, like, I'm not like successful or like whatsoever. I'm just literally posting my life and I'm posting my progress. And yes, I mean, technically you can't say I am successful based on, how you used to know me and then where I am at now. But currently in my position, I don't think I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be, or not. Like, I'm just nowhere where I want to be in life. So that's first and foremost. And since I'm in college too, it's very hard, trying to maintain a lot of my stuff. So there's that problem. And I think when people come from your past to try to fit into your future, that's like probably one of the most hardest things you can, try to balance out. Because, they're there for a reason. It's like a lot of guy friends or guy acquaintances of mine, like they see like how successful I am. They want to get put onto e-commerce and also marketing and all that with social media. Yes, I could help them out. Like, I can. I could, but at the same time, it's at the expense of my own time. So I don't know if you guys can relate, but let's just say, someone from your past is trying to, get back into contact with you just to catch up on whatever you got going on, just to try to rehabilitate, and basically trying to establish some sort of relationship towards you. And you're kind of uneasy about it because you have judgments about them. Like, oh, you didn't think of me as this such, and now you do. I'm not saying there's a complete switch up, but there's that main factor. And even like my current friends, yes, I may not hit you up every single day, but just know like I'm still friends. But then there's that type of relationship, and then there's another type of relationship where like, oh, like it's kind of like they just bluff me, so I'm gonna bluff them. They left me in the dust, so I'm gonna leave you in the dust. So there's always those type of relationships. But I think the relationships that you should try to nurture as the viewer, so someone that's, obviously watching me right now, you should nurture the relationships that you feel like are gonna benefit you. I'm not saying it's give or take that type of relationships, but what I'm saying is that every relationship has a benefit. Now, I'm not saying, for using purposes, but typically in a relationship, people gain something out of it. Obviously, with my relationship, with my parents, they're like my guardians. They gave me morality support, whatever. With like teachers, they give you knowledge, and obviously as a student, you're supposed to listen and reciprocate, your time. So there's that factor. In a business, employees do your work for you. As a CEO, you're gonna be top head level management. There's that. And I don't like to incorporate business because I do business. I do Amazon FBA, I do social media marketing, I do UGC, which is user generated content like this. And yes, like it's good to, market myself that way. But at the same time, like, I'm a person, like I do my own stuff. I have my own hobbies. I have my own, little quirks that I got going on. But it's just weird that people from your past try to show up into your life when you're in a position where like you could give two less of a fuck. I'm not saying you guys are like me in a situation similar to me, but it's just like going on forward into, relationships are also like how you look at people or like into your future. Just know that people will try to come back for certain things, and it's up to you whether or not you're going to allow that or not. So my thing is, if they're from the past, understand the type of person they are now. Yes, I know they may be in a rut. They might, feel like some sort of way. But how is that going to benefit you? I know it's going to be at the expense of your own time, but how are you going to help them out? Yes, I believe in helping everyone out, but at the end of the day, if you can help so much people that you can't help yourself. What I mean is you're giving so much time to other people, but you got to help yourself at the end of the day. Like, cater to yourself first, and then obviously help out the people that you need to help out. There's that. But also be accountable for your actions. So that's another thing. It's just hard in this society where we see and view things on social media that it doesn't give us a correct, complex structure of what people are. Yes, I may look a certain type of way on social media, but I'm completely different, you know, or I may be perceived as different in person. Like, I'm pretty much the same person as I am now here, but maybe I am a little bit like filtered on social media because I don't want to present myself as a goofball. I want to, but I truly believe authenticity and obviously showing your true self is going to be well worth more than just, trying to be like someone else. I think that's what people need to understand, because everyone is the same by being different. And that's like the true understanding of like who you need to be. Just be different than everyone else, because that's how we're all the same. Being different makes us the same. But if you're being the same by being someone else, then you're not different. So that's one thing. Just understand people are going to come into your life. They might terrorize, what you got going on. It's up to you whether or not you're going to accept that and, have some self-respect for yourself. So just know, whatever you got going on, keep doing what you're doing. Doesn't matter about the money. Doesn't matter about none of that. What matters is that how you're going to establish yourself in this world, and also the relationships you gain and lose, and how you're going to build yourself up to a certain point where you feel like you're genuinely going to be someone in this world. And that's like, to me, that's my way of thinking. I'm not saying I'm going to be the best person in the world, but how I envision myself, like I want to be a nurturing person. Like when you're around me, I want to help you out in whatever way I can. And even if I lose, it's fine, because it's a gain for someone else. And obviously, like I said, that's how relationships are. We're supposed to gain something. I've gained a good friendship. I would rather lose my time to gain a friendship. That's all I got to say. So I'm pretty much understanding my life right now. So currently I'm done with the topic with relationships and how you can nurture them, and also like, people come back to your life. So now I'm kind of like self-reflecting. I've done so much in my own, life that I feel like I can be doing more, but at the same time I need to take a step back and just reflect on how much stuff I've done. I'm nothing to compare, but technically this is comparing, but I do look at the students at my college and they think they're top dog, they're top shit because they're in the top program. And I look at myself, I'm like, I've made a lot of money and I've lost a lot of money, and these kids haven't had real world experience with, ownership of business, none of that. And maybe I'm not meant for college, but at the same time, like, it does ground me to a point where I can understand people. And I'm not saying I am the best person, the best businessman in the world. I'm not. I'm still learning. I'm still learning every single day, and how I can, manage my own understanding. And understanding is pretty much a universal feeling that everyone should have. So maybe take a look upon your own life and just see where you need to fix yourself. And also, you can't fix people. It's up to them whether or not they want to be fixed themselves.